Well, the Epstein files and birthright citizenship are two of your D.C. daily headlines for July 24. President Trump's name is in the Epstein files, but we will not see them anytime soon anyway. Attorney General Pam Bondi reportedly telling the president he is mentioned in the unreleased Epstein files several times. That reporting from the Wall Street Journal and does point out it doesn't imply any wrongdoing on the part of the president. Now, the White House is calling the report fake and says the Justice Department didn't release the files because they contain child pornography and victim names. Now, two federal judges ruled on Wednesday to block the White House request to release the grand jury transcripts that led to Epstein's indictments. Those rulings, though, not a surprise, since grand jury evidence is rarely, if ever, publicly released. President Trump cannot end birthright citizenship, at least for now. A second appeals court ruling President Trump's executive order violates the Constitution's 14th Amendment, which guarantees U.S. citizenship to every baby born on U.S. soil, even if the baby's parents are in the states illegally or temporarily. Not a done deal yet. The question of birthright citizenship is expected to make its way to the Supreme Court. President Trump is doing something today that no president has done for nearly 20 years. He will visit the Federal Reserve. Now, the president has been very critical of Federal Chairman Jerome Powell for not cutting the benchmark interest rate, which right now averages about 4.5%. The president has even threatened to fire Powell after he appointed him in 2017 during his first term. No word, though, if Trump will actually meet with Powell. Powell's current term, by the way, ends next May, and the next Fed meeting on interest rates is on Tuesday. Right, so after the controversial opening of what is being called Alligator Alcatraz in Florida, the U.S. Department of Defense has announced plans this week to spend more than $1 billion to build the country's largest immigration detention center here in Texas at Fort Bliss in El Paso.
Senator John Cornyn has expressed his support for such a facility. Fox's Casey Stiegel has more.
Following in Florida's footsteps, Texas Republican Senator John Cornyn this week, in a Senate Judiciary Subcommittee, says he wouldn't mind replicating the idea of an alligator Alcatraz-like facility in Texas.
I'm hopeful that other states will step up to help in similar ways. If we could find a way to make something like this work in Texas, I would strongly support it.
Texas has previously pitched the feds. Earlier this year, the state's land commissioner offered the Trump administration more than 1,400 acres of land down in Starr County along the border to build immigrant detainee holding and processing sites. Belts of Texas land near El Paso into New Mexico have become militarized zones where troops are deputized to carry out immigration enforcement.
And I'd encourage our governor, as well as Secretary Noem, to explore the possibility of locating future detention facilities in Texas.
A ball DHS Secretary Kristi Noem says is already moving.
We're looking at other locations as well. We've had several other states that are actually using Alligator Alcatraz as a model for how they can partner with us as well.
What are some of those? Are there other states?
I'm having ongoing conversations with 5 other governors about facilities that they may have.
Noem wouldn't elaborate when asked which states or an exact timeline. Governor Abbott's office didn't get back with us Wednesday. Critics don't support the current one, much less adding others. From the jump, protesters, Democratic lawmakers, and other advocacy groups have alleged human rights violations at Alligator Alcatraz.
We have individuals 37 to a cage who are sharing 1 or 2 toilets.
It sits on a 39-square-mile former airport site in the middle of the Everglades, surrounded by alligators and pythons. Current capacity is 3,000, with plans to expand to 5,000. Accusations from detainees recently surfaced about deplorable cramped conditions, infested with mosquitoes, water leaks. Secretary Noem told reporters,
Any issues that were there have been addressed.
While the American Civil Liberties Union has filed at least one lawsuit against the Trump administration over Alligator Alcatraz, the feds say space is urgently needed to keep up with arrests.
We need to double our capacity in detention beds because we need to facilitate getting people out of this country as fast as possible and to sustain our operations.